Now on CoastTV News.
Boost the budget. The Cape Henlopen School District looking for ways to fund a few high-dollar projects. Joining the Trump train, RFK Jr. dropped out of the presidential race today. Now he's throwing his support behind former President Donald Trump. School supplies for students, state troopers donating book bags and more as kids head back to the classroom. And colors in the clouds, the annual Ocean City Air Show set to be brightened up by some famous Italian performers.
And this weekend's gonna be bellissima. Beautiful. Sunshine is what we're expecting. We started off a bit on the fall side of things, but cheer up, my friend. It's about to get a whole lot warmer by next week.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 11. We begin tonight with an accident between an SUV and a teenager on a bike. Here's what we know from Delaware State Police. Today, around 4:45 p.m. in Bethan Beach, a 37-year-old Salisbury man in a Ford Explorer was heading south on Route 1. DSP says it appears that a 14-year-old boy on a bike was crossing the coastal highway just north of Fred Hudson Road. That's where they were hit. Note that this is important here. That part of the story that's still being investigated. What we do know is that the teen was airlifted to the hospital for what appears to be serious injuries. After two failed referendums, the Cape Henlopen School District is still looking for ways to boost their budget, and it could come down to yet another vote. The district placing and planning to submit a certification of need to the Delaware Department of Education. That'll be done by August 31st. As we covered last night, this is basically a request to allow the district to build 24 new classrooms on high school property, and another request to allow the district to purchase land near Cedar Grove Road. Cape Henlopen wants to build a new administrative building, a bus maintenance facility, and a swimming pool there. These projects have big price tags, and recent referendums have been voted down, but a local we spoke with today is on board with the idea.
I feel like if everybody's willing to chip in their fair share to provide for these kids, make sure they're good students, they're secure, they're safe in their schools, we can attract quality teachers, provide the security that's needed, the bus drivers, the bus maintenance facilities. I mean, we need to think broadly.
But that opinion might be in the minority. Let's go and check out our CoastTV poll. We want to know what you think. Voters, will they allow the Cape Henlopen School District to expand this time? Earlier this evening, it was pretty decided, and it is still pretty decided. 80% of people saying no, they don't think that that's what's going to happen. 20% say yes. So far, you haven't had the opportunity to vote. If you wanted to have the opportunity to vote, you could go do that at coasttv.com or use our CoastTV mobile app. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., an independent presidential candidate, announced today that he has suspended his campaign and is throwing his support behind former President Donald Trump. The announcement was made at a news conference in Arizona. Cheryl Hubbard has the story.
After Vice President Kamala Harris accepted her party's nomination to be the first woman commander-in-chief,
I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America.
independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. made a pronouncement of his own.
I am not terminating my campaign. I am simply suspending it.
Kennedy said at an Arizona news conference Friday that his name will remain on the ballot in most states, where it would likely be inconsequential. But in 10 key battleground states, he's removing his hat from the ring. Kennedy blamed, quote, systemic censorship and media control, end quote.
RFK Jr. has struggled to get on the ballot in many states to deliver a message that breaks through with any significant number of voters.
The Harris campaign said that it does not believe Kennedy leaving the race has any significant impact. A recent CBS News poll measured Kennedy's support at just 2%. Now, Kennedy is throwing his support to former rival, former President Donald Trump.
I want to thank Bobby. That was very nice.
The naysayers told us that we were climbing a glass version of Mount Impossible. So the first thing I want to tell you is that we proved them wrong.
In states where Kennedy is leaving his name on the ballot, he says he's still encouraging votes for him. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
As we move closer to Election Day, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris shift their attention to wooing voters on the road through their political campaigns. They're also set to face off on the debate stage next month. That debate will be hosted by ABC. It's scheduled for September 10th. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into the Ocean City area. And as we check in with Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, we got to find out what this next couple days is going to look like.
And I think they're going to be looking, how did they say in the South? Mighty fine. Yes, indeed. That's what we're talking about. And right now we're holding at 67 degrees in Dover. This is courtesy of our Bay Health camera. Dew point temperature is about 55 with the winds right now pushing primarily out of the southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Now, rest of the night's going to be, basically clear, beautiful, starry, a bit on the cool side. You'll save some money on the air conditioning, so you might as well turn it down a couple of clicks. Shouldn't be a problem. Today, we started off at 53 degrees in Georgetown. That was about 3 away from our record low, actually. 51 for the low in Ocean City, as well as Salisbury, 55 Wallops Island, Easton, and 54 for the starting point in Cambridge. Now, coming up, we're going to be talking more about our expectations over the weekend, which shouldn't be a problem. But next week, Charlie, we're going to start feeling like summer once again.
I don't mind that, Paul. I like getting a little bit warmer here along the coast. In Georgetown, the Bryan Allen Stevenson School of Excellence celebrated its grand opening with a ribbon-cutting ceremony this week. It happened on Thursday. Over 200 community members, families, and staff gathered for the event. Georgetown Chamber President Linda Price and Mayor Bill West led the ceremony with remarks from Bryan Allen Stevenson himself, Senator Chris Coons, and several other prominent leaders. At the new school, it is set to make a significant impact on Sussex County. And kids are going back to school, and the Delaware State Police, they are helping gather supplies for those in need. For over a decade, Operation Troopers Have Your Backpack. Collect school supplies. This year's donations were accepted from July 31st to August 23rd. Supplies like backpacks, notebooks, writing utensils, and other items, those are going to students that are going to need them for the year. Supplies were dropped off at 3 Delaware Federal Credit Union locations in Georgetown, Newark, and Dover. CEO of the Georgetown Federal Credit Union says donating supplies is great for students and for the community.
School supplies are expensive, and a lot of families may have more than one student, so it is put a financial burden on the families trying to get their kids ready to go back to school. The Delaware State Police has done this for quite a few years now, and we're happy to be a part of it and to give back to the community.
Supplies will be distributed to local schools after all the donations have been collected today. The Fenwick Island Council voted today to join Ocean City in a lawsuit against the U.S. wind farm project. Right now, part of that project is being evaluated by the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. They're looking into what sort of environmental impact the wind farm would or would not have. If BOEM does give the wind farm the green light, Ocean City plans to sue, and Fenwick Island is on their side. One local we spoke with worries that this project could put a damper on tourism.
More beaches north of here will become more popular because you can't, further up you go, you probably will not be able to see it.
Ocean City won't be filing a lawsuit until BOEM makes their final decision. That's not expected to happen until September. Meanwhile, Senator Mary Beth Carrozza is opposing the offshore wind farm at the state level. She's calling on the Maryland Board of Public Works to postpone consideration of the U.S. wind tidal wetlands license application. The senator, whose district covers the project area, sent a letter to the state secretary, comptroller, and Governor Wes Moore. She says, quote, U.S. Wind's proposal to reconstruct and widen the existing West Ocean City pier would effectively eliminate commercial fishing in Ocean City by displacing dock space and seafood offload locations. The annual Ocean City Air Show takes off in just one day. Pilots are going to take to the skies over the weekend, including acts from the U.S. Air Force and the famous Italian Air Force. Spectators can purchase a beach zone ticket. Those are $35, all the way up to the VIP skyboxes. A little more pricey, $279. And here's the thing, those are sold out for Saturday, but some still available for Sunday. Locals say they're excited about the high-flying show.
I love anything that flies, but you can't beat our F-18s and F-35s. Actually, the A-10s put on a good show. They're a tough aircraft, so I really like it all.
Opening ceremonies start at 11:30 Saturday morning. The Millsboro Police Department is now accepting applications for its 2024 Citizen Police Academy. It starts September 18th. The 8-week program will run every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m., covering a range of police-related topics. Space is limited, so early registration is recommended. To apply, visit the Millsboro Police Department website. Still to come, the rules and the rise of cybercrime, the threat of online thieves and digital gangsters.
From the sand to the sky, the exciting events coming to the coast this weekend.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast. We're going to go from 83 to 85 to 86 in Cambridge, and we're going to stay in the 80s in Crisfield. We're starting to get a little bit warmer. So does that mean summer is coming back in style? We'll have the latest on your fashionable forecast in 60 seconds.
Celebrate Labor Day with huge savings at Preston Ford. Get $12,000 in savings off MSRP on select 2023 Ford F-150s. Save $9,000 off MSRP on a new 2023 Ford Bronco Badlands. These are just some of the deals. Explore a huge inventory online at PrestonFord.com. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot, we're sure to have the perfect vehicle for you. Labor Day weekend is the best time to upgrade your ride at Preston Ford. Cars cost less in Preston.
In Delaware, a family earning $67,000 a year pays the same tax rate as one making $67 million. I'm Matt Meyer, and you don't have to be a former math teacher to know that's an outrage. As governor, I'll make the super wealthy pay more in taxes so working people can pay less. By making state taxes more fair, we'll help more families get ahead. It's not just smart math, it's the right thing to do.
Democrat Matt Meyer for governor.
Looks like we're going to be able to salvage the wonderful fall-like weather pattern we've been enjoying for the entire work week. We're going to lean right into our weekend with that same kind of beautiful, cool energy. How's that to phrase it that way? Our Irish Eyes camera, actually in Lewis, we're holding at 66 degrees. The winds right now pushing out of the north, but still staying relatively calm. Our expectations for the rest of the night, we're going to stay in the 60s. We're going to drop down to about 61 degrees by 3 o'clock. And I do expect for the temperatures to hover right at about the upper 50s by the time the sun comes up, because usually when the sun comes up, that's when we get our low temperature for the day. It's typically the coolest part of the day as the sun is coming up. So that being said, our live radar indicating just how clear it is and just how clear it has been, but not just for us, but just about the entire mid-Atlantic region. Dominant high pressure and full control of our weather. Although we have a trough that's kind of meandering in our general area, overall, we are continuing to enjoy absolutely tranquil kind of conditions. Now, that cool, that fall chill in the air, that's continuing to be inland, more so than, let's say, along the coast, because, it takes the water a little bit longer to lose the heat that it accumulates throughout the day. 66 in Lewis, 68 in Rehoboth, Indian River Inlet, and 66 in Bethany Beach. But you'll notice we're a lot cooler in Redden, for example, at 60 degrees. It's 61 right now in Milton as well as Georgetown, and we are rocking 50s right now in Delmar, 58, and Salisbury, 59 degrees. Getting up to do that early morning run, I can't run anymore. I'm too heavy and my knees are bad. But that's not part of your forecast. That's just me, right? Here we go. Our expectation for your running cast will start off at 59 degrees, partly sunny skies, and then a good deal of sunshine with a mixture of clouds back and forth, a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. Temperature slowly climbing into the upper 70s by lunchtime, and we will clock the 80s before it's all said and done. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So Saturday about 1 o'clock, we see 80 degrees in Millsboro as well as Long Neck, 70s everywhere else, and it's going to get a little warmer than that in other areas. But Sunday night at 8 o'clock, we're still in the 70s. Now, as we go into Sunday morning, we will only tap into the 60s. Looks like Sunday's going to be a little bit warmer, and we'll have more in the way of sunshine for Sunday. Sunday afternoon by 2 o'clock, we're going to be well into the mid-80s inland, upper 70s along the shore. Once again, the coast is going to lag a little bit more versus the inland areas. By the way, this is just for Charlie. In case your eyes are watering, you know what? The weeds are back up a little bit on the high side, Charlie. Grass is at medium and trees are at a low amount. Charlie has big-time allergy problems and he's my friend, so I try to help him out with that information. By the way, if you're gardening, you're going to need to go ahead and dry things out because it's going to be dry for the next few days. Tonight, 55. Tomorrow, 85, a little bit warmer. 83, then 85. I got ahead of myself. My apologies. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Now, this part I won't get ahead of myself on. Next week, we're back to summertime. Look at that Wednesday temperature of 93. Heat index, 101.
Thank you, Paul. And yes, they're watery, they're scratchy, they're itchy. I want to pull them out of the face. August is flying right by, and so will one annual event that starts tomorrow. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner shows us all the cool things to do this weekend.
Enjoy an action-packed weekend in Ocean City on the sand and in the sky. Plus, art and athletes can be found at events in the First State. An annual event is gearing up to four-wheel drive. Ocean City Jeep Fest is back through Sunday. The beach turns into a Jeep playground with a sand course by the pier and daily beach crawls. The convention center is the event hub with a concert lineup playing at the Performing Arts Center. The Ocean City Air Show zooms back onto the coast. There will be fighter jets, cargo demos, and even an Italian Air Force display in the U.S. for the first time in over 30 years. Bargains on the Broadkill is back this Saturday. 60 craft and artisan vendors will be set up in Milton Memorial Park. The Irish Eyes canoe and kayak race starts at 10 a.m. The rubber duck drop is at 2 p.m. Buy a duck for the chance to win prizes up to $500. Just across Union Street, there's an ice cream social at King's Ice Cream for the Milton Garden Club. 20% of sales will go to the club and in turn toward making Milton beautiful. Special Olympics athletes from around the region will meet up in Dover on Saturday. The annual Regional Special Olympics Cycling Classic takes place at the Del Dot Danner campus from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. More than 80 athletes are set to race various distances that accommodate different skill levels. A new jewelry showcase called Single Source opens at the Heidi Low Gallery this Saturday with a reception from 5 to 7 p.m. The artist draws inspiration from geometry found in the natural world. Zoom over to Zoovie Night at the Salisbury Zoo this Saturday. The Zoovie being screened is Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. Get a ticket online, bring a school supply donation to get free popcorn. An outdoor celebration in Milton is set to benefit BB Hospital Saturday night. The Goonies Fest features children's games and activities, food trucks and vendors, live music, and of course, a screening of the film The Goonies. For full event schedules and registration pages, go to CoastTV.com and click on this week's Cool Things to Do article.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Trailblazer models. Or get $500 total cash allowance on this Trailblazer. See your Delmarva Chevy dealers.
Join Club Ocean at Ocean Downs and get $20 free play guaranteed. We ship you not. Then use your card every time you play to earn more rewards. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. Or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
The Biden administration will be sending a new aid package to Ukraine. President Joe Biden says it'll include air defense missiles, anti-armor missiles, and counter-drone equipment. In a statement, Biden said Ukraine will remain a free country despite the Russian invasion of nearly 3 years ago. Biden spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky Friday, just ahead of that country's Independence Day. The White House also announced new sanctions on hundreds of people and entities that are providing aid to Russia. Starbucks is giving its new CEO a private jet to commute to work, and not everybody is happy about it. CEO Brian Nicole won't be a constant Starbucks Seattle headquarters when he takes the helm next month. Instead, he'll commute weekly from his California home via private jet. That's according to his offer letter obtained last week. But the perk is drawing scrutiny, partially due to climate change implications of those flights. According to the International Energy Agency, both large commercial jets and smaller private ones are a major source of carbon emissions. They're responsible for about 800 million tons of carbon dioxide each and every year. A Starbucks spokesperson said Nicole has, quote, proven himself to be one of the most effective leaders in the industry, unquote. Subway is joining the fast food value menu wars by slashing the price of its footlong subs. This comes as other chains like McDonald's, Burger King's, Starbucks, they've also cut their prices to try to lure back customers who are bailing and balking at rising fast food prices. Starting on Monday, Subway will sell any footlong sandwich for $6.99. Now, that is a steep discount considering that some footlongs can cost as much as $14 in some cities. However, this deal has a catch. The offer is only available via its app or website with the code 699FL, and it is a limited time offer that ends on September 8th. Coming up in sports, with the season winding down, the Delmarva Shorebirds have called up Oriole first-round pick Vance Honeycutt. Find out when the North Carolina product will step on the diamond in Delmarva.
And as you're stepping out on the course for the golf forecast, listen, conditions are going to be absolutely excellent for tomorrow. Fabulous, in fact. This is your time to get that hole-in-one.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models, or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
When MAGA extremists took away our rights,
Kyle Evans-Gay took action.
Kyle fought for her daughters and ours in the state Senate, delivering the strongest abortion protections in Delaware history.
She took on the NRA to ban assault weapons and protect our communities.
Led on securing our vote and our democracy.
I'm Kyle Evans-Gay, and I'm running for Lieutenant Governor because a new generation will champion reproductive freedom and fight for our families. Let's do this, Delaware.
It's the Chevy Summer Drive at IG Burton Chevrolet. Right now, take home a Silverado with up to $10,000 off, or get 1.9% financing with no payments up to 90 days. Plus, discover huge savings and great lease payments across our entire lineup, like $249 a month on the Chevy Trax or $299 a month on the Equinox. Details at igburton.com or any IG Burton Chevrolet location in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
It's time to take your outdoor living space to the next level. We have all the best brands in outdoor furniture, and we have incredible savings during the Labor Day outdoor sale at Johnny Janosic. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months, or take an extra 20% off our everyday low prices. Don't let another beautiful day go to waste, and don't miss out on these savings. Shop the Labor Day outdoor sale for a limited time only, and only at Johnny Janosic.
The Wicomico County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in identifying a car of interest in a hit and run on Walston Switch Road. The accident happened back on August 15th. The car is believed to be a white Dodge truck. A video has been posted on the Sheriff's Office's Facebook page, and they're urging anybody with information to contact them. Cyber attacks are becoming more devastating and more frequent. This week, oil giant Henlopen appears to be the latest victim, making headlines. Last month, blood donation nonprofit One Blood confirmed it was the victim of a ransomware attack. Leah Waldeman spoke with cybersecurity experts about the increase in attacks and what to do so it doesn't happen to you.
This week, oil giant Henlopen became the latest corporation to find itself in the midst of what appears to be a cyber attack. A person familiar with the matter says the attack appears to be impacting business operations at the company's Houston campus and some global networks.
It's not something new, but we're seeing it more and more often.
Last month, nonprofit One Blood confirmed it was the victim of a ransomware attack.
It's becoming an epidemic with the cost.
According to a report from IBM, the global average cost of a data breach is $4.88 million in 2024. That's a 10% increase over last year and the highest total ever. Cyber attacks come in several forms, but phishing, personal data breaches, and malware are some of the most common methods. Steve Grobman, the chief technology officer at McAfee, says it's up to everyone individually to ensure they don't become a victim.
It's important that people realize cybercrime is essentially a business for the criminals, and they're looking for the best way to monetize unwitting consumers.
Grobman advises people to use different passwords for every website, freeze your credit, and consider using a VPN.
Protecting yourself on PCs, mobile devices, in the cloud. All of these areas are places that consumers need to use the best technology.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
As another week winds down, it's time to preview the final week of August around the peninsula. We have a look ahead to the fall football season on Delmarva, but we start with pro action as the Delmarva Shorebirds make their return to Purdue Stadium for their final home series of the season against the Salem Red Sox. And although things are winding down, the hype is at its peak. This week, the Shorebirds called up Orioles first-round pick Vance Honeycutt, and he is expected to finish out the regular season on Delmarva. In his first game last night, the North Carolina product reached base 3 times, including his first career professional hit. Next week's action will be his first and only home series of the season, so for any local fans hoping to see the O's first-rounder in action, this could be your final chance. And on the gridiron, high school football in Delaware kicks off next week. Delmar football opens its season in Wilmington, facing off against John Dickinson High School on Friday, August 30th. The Wildcats opened last year with this same matchup and won handily, rolling to a 49-12 win. Delmar went 6-4 in 2023 and returned many starters at key positions, so the Wildcats hope to be on playoff watch in 2024. Our coverage on Friday begins at 4:30 with a season preview for football all over the peninsula, and the game kicks off at 6 p.m. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
Can't wait to see that football. Let's check back in on our CoastTV poll again. We want to know if you think voters will allow the Cape Henlopen School District to expand this time. Pretty decisive the first look around. Let's see what we've got now. And it is actually grown by 1%, 81% saying no, they don't think that's going to happen. Just 19% saying yes. If you haven't voted, you can go to CoastTV.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. Still to come, in the market for a new family pet? A Clear the Shelters event this weekend could pair you up with a new four-legged friend.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Trailblazer models. Or get $500 total cash allowance on this Trailblazer. See your Delmarva Chevy dealers.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Make it 0% APR financing, make it a zero down payment, and make it no payments for 90 days on select Ford SUVs.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world, prepare for glory. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's almost $7,000 in average finance savings.
Life is full of little moments. Joyous laughter. Playful dancing. Bright smiles. Never miss a moment. Built for brighter days. Shell Brothers Homes.
Hurricane season is here, which means power outages can strike anytime without warning. Don't get caught in the dark. Let the expert electricians at FH Fur install a Generac whole home standby generator, keeping your lights on, your family connected, and your home safe, no matter what. Call FH Fur today and get $1,000 off. Plus, for a limited time, we'll include a whole home surge protector absolutely free. When Mother Nature strikes, it's too late. Stay powered, stay safe with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Local animal shelters are clearing out their pets and hopefully getting them into a forever home all month long. The Humane Animal Partners and Brandywine Valley SPCA, they're both participating in the 100th Clear the Shelters. Now through September 10th, HAP has a $50 off all dogs, $25 off all cats deal. BVSPCA is waiving adoption fees on September 7th.
All right, so let's take a look at our Gateway Subaru camera in Ocean City. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, the bright lights are still going pretty strong there. The winds are pushing out of the north and staying relatively calm. We're holding at 68 degrees. Now, we are expecting this cool fall-like pattern to just continue into this weekend, but we are going to get progressively warmer. As far as the rest of the night is concerned, we're going to drop back to 62 degrees by 1 o'clock, and then by 3 o'clock, we will hit the 50s in Ocean City. We are currently very much on the clear side of things at this present time. Our umbrella giveaway winner, by the way, Justin Rogers of Delmar. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Now, as we take a look at our UV index, it's going to be at the same level for the next 4 to 5 days in a row. A level of 8 right across the board from Saturday all the way till Wednesday, which is still at the very high category, although it's at the bottom of it. Sponsored by Ocean City, by the way. So you will need that sunblock. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. Saturday and Sunday were below the norm, but then by the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, particularly Wednesday, that's when that heat kicks back in, and we may have a heat index of 101 by Wednesday, Charlie.
Time to get back out there and catch a little sun. Thanks for joining us here for the Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. That's up next. And we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.